What up, peoples? It's Jason here from Custom Cans, and I've got an exciting thing in the post from a chap called Lorenz Korber, possibly? I don't know, might be butchering his name there, I don't know. A chap from Austria. And how this all came about is basically someone tagged me in a post on Instagram because there was a chap making wooden ear cups for the Sennheiser HD25, and obviously I've got a great love for the HD25. Most of what I have today is because of the HD25. I've sold many custom pairs of HD25s. So I reached out and said, we stock loads of parts for the HD25. I'd love to get my hands on some of those. You know, can we buy a batch off you? And he said, I've seen a lot of your videos, and if you'd be willing to do a video and do some tests and stuff like that, you can have a set for free. Didn't really want a free set, but I'm still going to buy some because I think it'd be good if we could stock them. But let us have a go at building a pair of HD25s with some wooden ear cups. We'll have a look at the design of the ear cups that he's made versus the standard ones, and then we'll stick them on test rigs, see if there's any difference between wood and normal. I don't think there'll be much difference, but you know, wood is a nice material, so it might improve the sound slightly. So we have here, nice pillow box, nice packaging. I like it. It shows our packaging out. Our packaging is not as good as this. But for our future products, we'll get good packaging, I promise. But yeah, so let's have a look. So it says HD25 mod on it, and got some CAD drawings of the HD25 ear cups that he has made. So inside we have, nice wooden ear cups, a little T6 screwdriver for undoing the connection, and a little, what's this? A little 3D printed tool. I assume that is for getting the pads on and off. That's a nice little thing. Obviously, I've removed the pads and put them back on many thousands of times, and I'll be able to do it much quicker than you could with a tool. Also, T6 screwdriver. We've got a load of these, which we give out to customers. And if you have a real T6 screwdriver, easy. If you have a real T6 screwdriver, use that, because these ones are good for like one use, but I'm always a bit worried about rounding out screws with cheap screwdrivers. So if you've got a good one, do that. But if not, it's nice that he's included one so that in a pinch you can get them undone. Have a go. So down here I have a set of HD25s, and I have another set of HD25s which is currently in bits. So it'll be a good excuse to build these up. So, building montage, I believe. Let's get all the pieces out. Gonna need a montage. Before the building montage, hold on, let's have a look at the design of these. So, one thing I'm noticing, obviously, I know the HD25s pretty well, and what is interesting is this. It's got a wider groove down here. That might be a good thing, because the standard HD25s, the arm can hit the edges like that, which might make a tapping sound under some circumstances. So having a wider one there means there is more room for that to wiggle around, and it's less likely to tap on the sides. So that might be a nice little feature. And we are just in the process of getting some machined from aluminium, and we've got a similar design, but now I've seen this, I'm like, that might be a good idea. It's too late now. I've just spent £1,000 on getting some of those made in aluminium. Finish on the surface is really nice. Looks like it's been, I don't know, vaguely wet sanded. It doesn't look machined or very finely machined, but yeah, it might have been wet sanded just to finish it off. Inside, got a slightly rougher cut on the inside, but that's just, there's no need for it to be smooth, so you just do a rough pass with the CNC machine. It saves time, saves money, and won't affect anything really. It just makes it more easy to produce. So inside there, all looks good. The difficult part will be, which will be interesting to see, is getting this hole right, because it's got an ever so slight taper, and that seals against the hole in the center. And getting this hole in the middle, getting that bit right is the key to these things working nicely or not. So I'm just having a look at the edge. Yeah, all looks good. On this one, I can see I've got, I think, a little bit of epoxy in there, which is probably to fill in a knot, and then they've turned it, but you get a little clear bit in the edge, which is quite nice. So anyway, yeah, design of the ear cup looks good. You know, I'm just going to check the fitment now. It's interesting. You know, I'm a product designer, and you're always, the difference between an engineer and a product designer is a product designer adds fillets. So maybe round over these slightly sharper edges just a little bit, like a 1mm fillet, something like that, just to make that a little bit smoother. But I think it looks quite nice. Or perhaps I'm just so used to the originals where they've got a little fillet on there. But again, it's going to add to the machining time if you fillet that. So anyway, enough gabbling on. Let's build one of these bad boys. So we'll build it the same as the original ones are built. So with the felt disc in there, and then pop the ear cup together. Leave that out. How does that fit? It does fit quite nicely without the felt in there. Yeah, so that's quite nicely held in. With the felt disc in, it does kind of want to push out. It doesn't quite hold itself in. On the newer ear cups, they've actually got a little, probably can't see it, but they've got a little clip underneath there on all four sides, which kind of clips in the driver. And that's going to be very hard to make out of wood, especially when it's this thin. So what I would probably do if he was going to change the design of these slightly is I would probably shift this downwards. I'd either extend this bottom bit just a fraction. I think that's going to be the way to do it, because yeah, this is already quite thin and you don't want to break that. So yeah, so I think I'd extend it by maybe 0.5 millimeter, just so that you've got plenty of room for the felt disc to go in without it causing issues in assembly. Because like that's probably fine, but it annoys me that that's not fully clicked in, whereas without the felt disc it does click in nicely. Yeah, so that's a better fit. So what I'm going to do, let's see if I cut this, that's going to make that work. I haven't actually read his instructions. This might be the thing that you're supposed to do. I don't know, but I'm just going to cut that and stick that in here, just so you've got a little bit of sound deadening material in there. But this will shut nicely. Cool. Right, that is one. Yeah. So it is slightly higher. Yeah, so up to the shoulder, it's the same. And then the dome is more domey. So it kind of reaches the top of the thing, which is quite nice. I think it looks nice like that. I think it probably looks nicer than the originals, which kind of protrude. So in the original one, this protrudes out, and in the modified one, it's more kind of blended in. So I think that's a nice design feature. I think you could just do 1 more mil on there just to fit the damping material in. It's all, you know, yeah. Slight tweak to the model maybe. Right, one thing I'm noticing on this second one that I've got, it has like a knot or something in the wood, and it's caused a crack right around here, which is only just kind of held on, so it's cracked right down to there. So this is the problem with working with wood, knots and things. As I said, this is an early one, but yeah, that is a potential thing, so you've got to look out for that. Just noticed this is serial number 002. That's probably 001. So definitely early days. Let's show you how a pro puts these pads on. So original pads, obviously any HD25 pads should fit, I would have thought. And also the pad's going to help protect it where it's got this crack. But yeah, I've made loads of stuff out of wood and knots. Oh, they're a nightmare. Okay, so there we go. So that's one pad. As I said, I've put pads on for more than 10 years on HD25, so this tool is probably helpful for normal humans, as I know loads of people really struggle with that. And yeah, whenever we get new stuff in, like there's a day of just, this is how you put pads on, until they are pad ninjas. Alright, let's put these on. So ear cups on. Now that looks nice. Those are good. So movement wise, so you've got that much movement. This one, Yeah, so I reckon maybe somewhere in between, because you don't need quite that big a thing, because that's the maximum range of its movement there. So it's gone a little bit wider on there, but this is a nice idea, having the wider and it makes the ear cup look interesting. I think that shape is quite pleasing. I like it. I like it. I think they look nice. That is a good thing. Yeah, look at those. Right, let's pop the cable on and we will do a couple of tests. So I'll just get my T6. Oh no, my bird! Stay. You show. I thought I'd get the wooden desk toy out just to match with the wooden what's-its. Right, screw. Cool. Right. So there we have a pair of wooden. They're nice. I really like those. I wasn't too sure how the wood would look, but yeah, the wood against the black looks really nice. That is good. So good. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to buy some of these for our collection. Right. Okay. Sorry, bird. You're gonna have to move. Right. Okay. Let's. Oh, should we do the stock ones first? So both of these headphones are basically out the same batch, so they should be pretty much the same sound-wise. Just got to get a good seal on the ears. Okay, so that's our standard HD25 stock HD25. Let's go for the wooden badges. Yeah, yes, this sound hasn't been affected very much at all. You know, there's always going to be little things, but it's also just, you know, it's from test to test with slightly different positions on there. You get slightly different readings. Yeah, when it gets very close, then it's difficult to tell. Especially with the HD25s, they don't sit on our rig quite as nicely as the over-ear jobbers. So in conclusion, these were pretty easy to fit, but they look really nice. I like the subtle changes to the design. The higher dome, this kind of slightly different angle on there. It just makes it look a little bit nicer. Just a little bit nicer. Yeah, it's a nice thing. I don't know how much these are. You'll have to check with Lorenz. To check with your man. I'll put the links in the description. Hopefully they'll be up for sale. And yeah, nice. I like the packaging. It's a nice thing. I'm looking forward to these being available so that we can get some in and we can start selling HD25s already fitted up with wooden ear cups. The only thing that I would say is he's got to look out for cracks in the thing, like this one had a crack in it. That is something that you're just going to have to, you know, it's just a quality assurance thing. You're just going to have to go over each part a bit more carefully. Just check for cracks and stuff before they go out to customers, because customers will moan about stuff like that. It's just how they are. Or make a feature of it and maybe tape, epoxy, I don't know, magic it back together somehow. But yeah, this one definitely had a loose kind of crack in it. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Stick a comment in down below. What do you think? Do you like the look of these? Like, the sound is pretty much the same. Feel is nicer. I don't know how much they are. I should have checked that, but I don't know. Probably reasonably expensive, just because it's a difficult thing to do. But you know, if you love the HD25, that might be nice. And as I said, we've got aluminium ones coming soon, so it'd be really nice if we can buy some of these off the chap. And then we've got a choice of different. We've also got forged carbon that we've been working on. Just it's fallen behind a bit, yeah. So it'd be nice to have a range of materials to make the ear cups out of. It'd be really exciting. Also, I was thinking with these, because we've got a laser engraver, we could do some nice like filigree patterns or something on the wood with a laser cutter. So yeah, nice. Good job. I like them. Yeah, stick a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and obviously check out Lorenz's work. Anyway, peace out, one love. It's been fun hanging out, and I'll see you guys again.